guys, it's CasamusLEGO, and today I'm going to be doing my annual New Year's video to celebrate every custom minifigure that I brought to the channel in 2021. So Happy New Year, everyone! To start out, I'm really pleased with the outcome of this year's figure lineup. Last year I wanted 2021 to be much more streamlined, and especially now that I'm in college and don't have the time I used to, I wanted each project to be currently relevant. And that's what I've mostly done aside from the annual projects I started. But because I had a larger time space to make figures, I was able to spend a lot more time on them, making sure that they were the best quality I could possibly produce. Plus, this year was filled with some of the most iconic characters in our culture, from Batman to Darth Vader, and even characters new to the screen such as Paul Atreides. This year had it all. I mostly made everything I wanted to, but there were a few projects I didn't have time to make, such as Bowser's Fury, the Suicide Squad, and Black Widow. But either way, each figure I made holds a special memory within them, and I couldn't be prouder of these results. But of course, it's all thanks to you guys and the support that you give me, especially after I was inactive for a majority of the summer. And even though by the time I came back, my channel was seriously underperforming, a lot of you were still loyal and waited patiently for each new upload, and that makes me so grateful as a custom LEGO minifigure customizer. Seriously, thank you so much. Believe me, without you guys and your support, I probably would have stopped doing this a long while ago. Now, like all of my New Year's videos, I want to recap all of the custom LEGO minifigures I made this year, starting in January with 3 fairly simple minifigures from Mario Party 3, and this closed out the trilogy of showcase videos for the original Mario Party N64 titles, which still remain as my favorites in the series. Next, I took a pretty long break working on some commissions between January and March, but I came back with the entire Justice League from Zack Snyder's cut of the 2017 film over on HBO Max. And it's still insane to me that fans were able to make this thing happen after so much begging, and what resulted from the masses was a 4-hour-long behemoth of greatness. I'm really thankful I immersed myself into the DC universe before the film launched and I had the opportunity to make these 6. I'm quite proud of Wonder Woman and Batman specifically. I then made the 2 Titans from Godzilla vs. Kong, and I wasn't planning this when the year began, but that first trailer got me really inspired, and as a fan of the kaiju himself, I thought a custom Godzilla Bigfoot would be really unique in the community, and indeed he was. In April, I began work on 4 minifigures for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and since then there have been MCU shows that I think are a lot better, but these guys are probably my favorite Marvel figures I made this year. I'm really fond of the paintwork on Falcon and even John Walker, and I can't leave out how insane painting Zemo's mask was for me, and I think it came out great. After that, it was time to decide what my next set of figures would be from the Skywalker Saga project. I was really hoping for figures from The Empire Strikes Back, but I kept looking at my old A New Hope figures and thinking that they desperately needed some upgrades. So I once again got started on figures from my favorite Star Wars movie, and it might be my bias saying that they're some of my favorite figures of the year, but their quality, at least to me, was really good. Because I was inactive for a majority of the summer, I missed out on projects like Black Widow and the Suicide Squad, but I picked up the Marvel figs yet again with 3 figures from Loki and a quick Shang-Chi that I never finished. I also made Venom around this time too, and he uses the awesome headcast from Nate's Minifigs, who opened his shop last year and has been changing the game for customizers in the community. In October, I made 3 figures from the first entry in the new Dune film duology from director Denis Villeneuve, which was so refreshing in the modern film landscape. I'm really happy I was able to capture my own excitement with these 3 minifigures. I also got started on the Harry Potter series with the Golden Trio completed, which were honestly much simpler than I thought. I skipped out on painting Harry and Ron's torsos since LEGO's prints were perfect the way they were. Hermione, on the other hand, needed a bit more time for the modified torso and fabric waistcoat, but she still came out really good. Admittedly, these 3 are kind of boring as minifigures, so it makes me really excited to continue this project next year. With the long-awaited release of Halo Infinite, I painted up a blank set of Tominio's armor cast for Master Chief. Even though the molds were inaccurate in relation to Chief's new armor, I still think that they came out really sweet, especially all the black outlining I did. And with that, time came for me to continue my ongoing Lord of the Rings project, and I made 10 brand new minifigures from the 2 towers. With the second installment being very important for me, I really made sure that these were not only the best figures I've done to date, but also that the showcase was the best I could possibly produce. I spent 3 days filming and editing it, which may seem like nothing for other creators, but it was the longest I've ever taken on a production so far. And thankfully the showcase came out to be fantastic and was the best video I produced in 2021. And that's a wrap on 2021, and to give a brief glimpse of 2022, here is a list of projects considered for the year, starting with the Book of Boba Fett, Spider-Man No Way Home, more figures from Halo Infinite, as well as the Paramount Plus live-action series, the Batman, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Star Wars shows like Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Bad Batch, and figures from the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, Black Adam, and The Flash, just to name a few, as well as continuing ongoing projects such as the Skywalker Saga, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and of course concluding with The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, all to make some really awesome minifigures. I hope you are looking forward to the future like I am, because there is so much cool stuff in 2022. Heck, one of the projects I'm seriously considering is making the gang from Scott the Woz, and if that doesn't get you hyped for next year, I don't know what will. Another really awesome announcement I'm excited to reveal is that I'm confident I'll be attending Brick Fair in Chantilly, Virginia next summer as a vendor, and I'll be there alongside so many other talented creators in the community. As of now, dates have yet to be revealed, but as soon as they are, I'll officially announce my attendance of my first convention, and that's just so exciting to say. But that's it for 2021, and I'll look forward to you all in the first video of the new year. I'm going to go ahead and end this video off with a funny joke that you hear at the end of every year. I'm not going to see you guys until the next year. Ha! That's so funny, but with all serious guys, thank you so much for a great year, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.